AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. Wall Street is getting a boost following comments by Fed Chair Jerome Powell about interest rates.
If the economy evolves broadly as we expect, most FOMC participants see it as likely to be appropriate to begin lowering the policy rate at some point this year.
Speaking at Stanford University in California, Powell did not say when this will happen. His comments come as inflation picked up in January and February. Powell wants inflation down to a 2% level. Lawyers for former President Donald Trump are again asking a judge in his classified documents case in Florida to dismiss the indictment. Meantime, the judge has brought up one scenario that prosecutors reject that appears to accept the Republican ex-president's argument he was entitled under the statute known as the Presidential Records Act to retain sensitive documents he is now charged with possessing. Here's the AP's Eric Tucker.
That's a 1978 law that requires presidents, when they're leaving office, to return to the government presidential records, but allows them to retain personal records.
Egypt state-run TV reports the bodies of 6 aid workers from World Central Kitchen have been transported from Gaza to Egypt. They were killed in Israeli strikes. At the White House, National Security spokesman John Kirby says Israel has to protect itself, but methods matter.
We're concerned about the methods, too. I don't know how we can be more clear. Every single day we're talking about the way this war is being prosecuted. And it's important to us. It matters how they do this.
A 7th aid worker, a Palestinian driver, was also killed. Police removed dozens of migrants, including families with young children, from the forecourt of Paris City Hall as the city prepares to mark 100 days to the start of the Olympic Games. A Washington State man, Taylor Janaticus, who used a megaphone to shout directions during the Capitol riot, was sentenced to more than 7 years in prison. This is AP News. Jill Biden says she has a surprise for some fellow teachers. The AP's Sagar Magani has the story.
The First Lady says when the nation's top teachers visit the White House later this year, they will get their own state dinner. That's a perk usually reserved for visiting heads of state. And while Michelle Obama had a series of state dinners for kids, this will be the first one honoring teachers. The First Lady made the announcement on CBS Mornings, surprising Tennessee's Missy Testerman, who was named National Teacher of the Year. Sagar Magani, Washington.
A source tells the AP the Buffalo Bills are trading their top receiving threat, Stephon Diggs, to the Houston Texans. The Bills would get a 2025 second-round draft pick. Steve Clifford is stepping down as coach of the NBA Charlotte Hornets after the season. The team has just an 18-57 record this season. Clifford plans to remain on with the Hornets in an advisory role. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
Wofford & Wofford Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and camera to help locate and solve septic problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential, and commercial plumbing, as well as repairs. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing. Call the office at 729-0014, and they can get you taken care of.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nasser Al-Masalma, but you can call me Dr. Al. I am a board-certified physician on internal medicine at SMDH, Family Medicine, where I look to find the cause of your health problem, then prescribe the right treatment and remedy to make you healthy again. I'm accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
We call it America's pastime, the great game of baseball.
In Cardinals Nation, it's the fabric of our community.
It's the Gas House Gang, Stan the Man, the Old Redhead, Ozzie, Yachty, Waino, and now Arenado.
Cardinals baseball is part of what makes us, us. St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Good afternoon. It's 42 degrees during the noon hour. Wind out of the west-northwest at 19 miles per hour. Our forecast for the rest of the day, a cloudy sky, a high temperature of 48 degrees. The wind out of the northwest at 20 to 25, gusting as high as 38 miles per hour. For tonight, we'll expect a partly cloudy sky, a low of 32. The wind continuing out of the northwest at 18 to 24, gusting as high as 36. And for Thursday, mostly sunny, a high around 52 degrees. Wind chills early tomorrow morning will be down around 20. The wind out of the northwest at 16 to 18, gusting to 28 miles per hour. Widespread frost is expected Thursday night, a clear sky, a low of 27 degrees. And then for Friday, mostly sunny. High temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60. The wind not nearly as strong out of the north at 6 to 9 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, a low of 32. And on Saturday, sunshine, highs in the mid-60s. We do have a chance of some showers after midnight Saturday night, a low of 44 degrees, and a chance of some scattered light showers on Sunday with a high of 70. Sunday night, partly cloudy, a low in the mid-40s. And as we start out the new week on Monday, mostly sunny, a high temperature around 73 degrees. We do have a chance of scattered light showers Monday night into Tuesday. Monday night's low at 46 degrees. Tuesday's high in the low 70s. Right now, 42 degrees, cloudy, the wind out of the west-northwest at 19 miles per hour. It's time now to get some commentary from the Brownfield Network and also a check of the midday livestock report.
Brownfield is America's largest and one of the oldest ag radio networks with more farm broadcasters on the ground, covering more acres than anyone else. We're grateful you're listening here. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. High school and college graduations are just weeks away. A bittersweet time for parents who will soon see their children go off into the world to make their own way. At least we are all rooting for these young people to step up to the challenge, work hard, and persevere so moms and dads and social programs aren't paying their way years from now. 3 years ago, I told you the story about 3 of our young friends who had been members of our Hay Crew for years. During both junior and senior year in high school, all 3 took classes at a technical education center in preparation for life after school. They held part-time jobs, played at least 2 sports each, and were members of school clubs. They played in the school band, all made high marks and many friends in school. Only a couple of weeks after high school graduation, they each took a different path toward their career goals. All held part-time jobs while attending technical school or community college and are all currently gainfully employed and contributing to their local community. All 3 settled down not far from where they themselves were born and raised. The 2 young men are members of the local Lions Club. The young lady just completed training and is now a member of the local volunteer fire department. None are struggling to pay tens of thousands of dollars in student loans. 2 are homeowners. They pay taxes. They vote. Today's high school graduates hold the future of our country in their hands. Let's encourage them, inspire them, engage them, and challenge them, whether they're heading off to Cornell or to community college. We need them as much as they need us. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and that's my 2 cents.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge, but with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Buyers and sellers of heavy equipment across the country are turning to Purple Wave Auction. Our full-service auction professionals handle every part of each transaction, so sellers can get back to running their businesses and bidders can trust us to make the buying process safe and simple. Our transparent marketplace is free of reserves, minimum bids, and hidden fees. If you're upgrading or downsizing, or just want to update your inventory of farm, construction, or fleet equipment, then don't wait. Visit purplewave.com today. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
Direct cash cattle trades quiet and cash hog business has picked up. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity has remained quiet. Bids haven't surfaced yet today. Asking prices in the north have yet to be established, but in the south have been floated at $188 plus live. Packer inquiry could start to pick up as the day progresses, but it would be no surprise to see any significant amount of business hold out until sometime Thursday or Friday. Boxed beef is lower at midday with light demand for solid offerings. Choice down $1.65 at $302.51. Select is $1.05 lower at $297.94. At the Lally Brothers Livestock Market in Missouri, steer and heifer calves 400 to 500 pounds were steady to firm. Steers 600 to 650 pounds were steady, and steers over 650 pounds were not well tested. Feeder heifers 500 to 600 pounds were steady. The USDA says demand was moderate to good at best. There were more new crop calves in the offering, and the calves and quality were not as good as the previous week. Medium and large one feeder steers 516 to 542 pounds brought 317.50 to 320.25. Feeder steers 608 to 643 pounds brought $293.50 to $304.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers 676 to 696 pounds brought $251.85 to $259. Cash hogs had no comparison at midday with solid negotiated purchases. Processors picked up their procurement efforts and bid up to move needed numbers on Tuesday. It'll be interesting to see if that resurfaces again today. Demand for U.S. pork on the global market has been strong. It's also picked up steam domestically. Both have been supportive to prices. The industry continues to watch the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weights, which happen to be steady on the year, but slightly lower than last week. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct had a weighted average of 85.59. The Iowa, Minnesota had a weighted average of 85.62, and the Western Corn Belt a weighted average of 86.01. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $55. At Illinois, slaughter sow prices were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $50 to $62. Barrows and Gilts were $1 higher with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $44 to $54. And pork values were lower at midday, down $1.51 at $95.62. Ribs and loins were sharply lower. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
I think every farmer faces the challenge of stress during the growing season. You stick a bunch of money in the ground and you just pray the good Lord lets it rain and lets you have a crop. So we actually participate in the NutriTrack program and the Crop Track program, where it gives us a lot of peace of mind if in the busy months of the summer when we're baling hay and we can't get out to every field every week. We know someone's out there looking after us.
Performance driven, farmer focused. MFA, your whole farm solution.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture wants you to know that black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations. Be sure you know the difference between the black vulture and the turkey vulture. Turkey vultures have white feathers across the entire length of their wingspan, while black vultures only have white feathers on the tips of their wings. Turkey vultures fly with their wings in more of a V formation, while black vultures hold their wings in a more straight horizontal formation. Mitigation resources for your farm can be found on MDA's website at agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been some commentary from the Brownfield Network and a check of the Midday Livestock Report. Right now, we need to take a look at our updated funeral announcements, and they're being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today, serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years. Your World Today is 4 pages of information that should take about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations here in Salem and in Bunker, and also online at our website at ksmoradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick up a copy each and every weekday or check it out online. Abigail K. Ann Hoke of St. James passed away Saturday at the age of 16. Funeral services for Abby will be held tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the St. James Chapel of the James and Gar Mortuary. Visitation will be this evening from 5 until 7. Interment will be in the St. James Cemetery. In addition to flowers, you're asked to consider to make a donation to the Memorial Fund to be used in honor of Abby at the Olson Garden Tribute at the St. Louis Children's Hospital. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Abigail K. Ann Hoke, whose funeral services will be tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock at the St. James Chapel of James and Gar. William Bill Robert Sell Sr., age 63, of Boss, passed away Saturday in Farmington. Funeral services will be held Friday at noon in the Wilson Mortuary Viburnum Chapel. Visitation at the chapel from 5 until 8 Thursday evening. Burial will follow the services in the Barton Cemetery. Memorial contributions are suggested to the Barton Cemetery. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum for Bill Sell Sr., whose funeral services will be Friday at noon in the Wilson Mortuary Viburnum Chapel. Michael Shevitz, age 56, of Raymondville, passed away March 27th. Funeral services will be held Friday at noon at the Evans Funeral Home in Houston. Visitation will be on Friday as well from 10 o'clock until service time. A committal service will follow the services at the Flat Grove Cemetery. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Evans Funeral Home in Houston. Frederick Howard Jr., known as Junior, age 74, of Salem, passed away Tuesday, March 26th, in St. Louis. A memorial service will be held Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Visitation on Saturday as well from 11 o'clock until service time. Burial will be in the Carty Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Carty Cemetery or Love Thy Neighbor program. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Junior Howard, whose funeral services will be Saturday at 1 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Dwayne Ed Eaton, age 63, of Salem, passed away Friday. Private family services will be held at a later date, and all of the arrangements for Dwayne Eaton are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary in Salem. That has been a look at our updated funeral announcements. We invite you to keep it here at KSMO. We'll come back with a look at local news in just a moment.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It's now time for a look at local news brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. If you'd like more information on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 729-7071. A municipal election was held Tuesday in Dent County, and a total of 2,209 voters cast ballots for 23.74% of the 9,304 registered voters. These are the unofficial results of challenged races for Dent County that includes the votes from other counties for the hospital boards and Oak Hill R1. City of Salem West Ward Alderman Catherine Dent was the winner with 209 votes against Richard LaBrash of 196 votes. City of Salem East Ward Alderman Kayla Cisco was the winner with 252 votes. James Vance received 115 votes. And for the City of Salem Mayor, Greg Parker retained his seat with 441 votes. Lisa Elliott received 73 votes. Grover Mike Whitley received 97 votes, and Eddie Fleetwood received 182 votes. On the Dent County use tax question, that measure failed receiving 1,532 no votes against 623 yes votes. The Dent County marijuana sales tax question passed with 1,312 yes votes against 882 no votes. And for the Salem Hospital Board District 5 Board of Directors 6-year term, Frank Barnett's received 900 votes, Ray Bruno 424 votes, Dwayne Land 496 votes, and Colleen Lake 228 votes. Salem Memorial Hospital Board District 4 Board of Director 5-year term, Zachary Mosier was the winner with 1,085 votes against C. David Kerr, who received 948 votes. And for the Hospital Board District 6 Board of Directors 1-year term, Leanne Price was the winner with 1,256 votes. Susan Jordan received 707 votes. And for the Salem R80 School Board, there were 2 elected, Stephen Patterson with 620 votes, Jason Green with 499 votes, and Lauren Prue received 468 votes. The Salem R80 District Prop E increased tax levy failed with 834 votes against 369 yes votes. Also, the Salem R80 School District Proposition W bond issue failed with 828 votes against and 412 votes for. At the Oak Hill R1 School Board, there were 2 elected to a 3-year term, and they were Nathan Ragsdale with 116 votes and Rhonda Wolf-Hutzel with 94 votes. Mike Chambers also received 86 votes. And for the Oak Hill R1 School Board 1-year term, April Greener was elected with 176 votes. In other news, one vehicle accident happened Monday afternoon just after 2 o'clock in Texas County on US 63, 5 miles north of Houston. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2000 Chevrolet Silverado being driven south by 44-year-old Margaret Beller of Houston traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck a rock face before overturning. Beller, who was not wearing a seat restraint, suffered minor injuries and was taken by ambulance to the Texas County Memorial Hospital. The Silverado was totaled and removed from the scene by Jay's Towing. The Highway Patrol was assisted on the scene by Texas County deputies and the Houston Fire Department. And Dr. Lynn Reed, superintendent of the Salem R80 School District, was among 8 Missouri superintendents nominated this year for the prestigious Robert L. Pierce Award, which is presented annually by the Missouri Association of School Administrators. Reed was nominated for the honor by colleagues in the South Central MASA region. She was honored as a nominee during the annual awards banquet at the spring conference that was held March 20th in Lake Ozark. And the Smokey the Bear hot air balloon is coming to the Ozarks in honor of the eclipse this weekend. Be sure and head out to Big Spring, part of the Ozark Natural Scenic Riverways, to check it all out. Hot air balloon rides will be offered, weather depending, and they'll be starting Saturday morning at around 7:30 and lasting through Monday, April 8th. Some rules and regulations do apply. The Smokey Bear hot air balloon measures in at a massive 97 feet tall with a basket and is 78 feet wide at the brim of the hat. The Smokey Bear hot air balloon is brought to you by the Mark Twain National Forest and the Ozark National Scenic Riverways. And this Saturday at the Ozark Natural and Cultural Resource Center on Highway 19 at the exhibit called Crossroads, Change in Rural America, there will be a panel discussion with community residents beginning at 10 o'clock on Salem's past and present. Then from 6 until 8 in the evening, there will be a cruise-in around the ONCRC. The exhibit is open Monday through Saturday, and there's no charge to visit. The Crossroads exhibit is part of the Museum on Main Street, which is a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and state humanities councils nationwide. Support for the Museum on Main Street has been provided by the United States Congress. And be sure to get your tickets for the Healthy Dent County Fun Community event called the Non-Newlywed Game that'll take place April 12th. Tickets and tables are going fast. This will be the 6th year that Healthy Dent County has held this fundraiser where it's couple versus couple in this hilarious version of the classic game show. You'll discover just how much our couples know or maybe don't know about their spouse. The 4 local married couples who volunteered to play the game were Tom and Tracy Wolf, Matt and Rachel Moncrief, John and Daniela Roos, and Luke and Hannah Heithold. VIP sponsored tables can be reserved with a $100 donation, and the VIP tables include reserved seating for 8 people as well as numerous table refreshments. A concession stand and cash bar will also be open during the evening, and a limited number of individual tickets will be sold for $25 per ticket. The individual tickets will not have reserved seating. This fundraising event will be held coming up Friday, April 12th at the Salem Community Center at the Armory beginning at 6:30 p.m. You can get your tickets now by calling 729-8163 or by stopping by the Salem Community Center at the Armory, 1200 West Rolla Road, and the doors will open that evening at 5:30. And April is National Safe Digging Month, so make sure to call or click before you dig. It's free and it's the law. Warmer weather usually means an increase in outside projects that may require digging or excavation work. If you are building a deck, planting a tree, or completing a large project, Missouri law requires anyone digging underground to notify Missouri 811 by calling 811 or placing a local request, a locate request online at Missouri-811.org before any excavation begins. The call will be taken by the Missouri 811 call center, which then notifies all relevant utilities in the project area. Once Missouri 811 is notified, utility companies will mark the approximate location of their underground lines and request additional information or advise you that they don't have any facilities at the excavation site. Hitting an underground line can cause serious injuries, and it could disrupt service to you and other customers, and it could potentially result in fines and repair costs. The Missouri Public Service Commission reminds consumers to call before you dig. It's free and it's the law. If you'd like some more information, please go to Missouri 811 at Missouri811.org. And the Doe Run Company and the Missouri Department of Natural Resources will be hosting a free family fun event at the Missouri Mines State Historic Park in Park Hills, coming up Saturday, April 13th from 11 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. The event is called Spring Rocks and Roll, and it celebrates minerals, music, and memories. The event is an expanded and reimagined version of a former event, Fall Rocks, previously held annually in October. Doe Run and its employees will provide indoor and outdoor activities, including a children's battery-operated ride and drive mine equipment, also an obstacle course, a drone flying station for adults, gold panning, and a mineral trivia game, cookie mining, and more. Additionally, the band Rochef Tucker will perform live while food and soft drinks will be available for purchase from local food trucks. Doe Run will also host a job recruitment booth for those looking to learn more about working in the mining and minerals industry. Visitors are encouraged to register to win one of 4 free bicycles that will be given away toward the end of the event. This year marks Doe Run's 160th anniversary, and the company has much to celebrate. It recently announced it won a $7 million grant from the Department of Defense to build a demonstration plant that will extract cobalt and nickel from Missouri's resources. That has been a look at local news brought to you by the SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more information about the SBU Salem campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch at 729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan or can't afford to go away to college? Or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Hello, my name is Amber Hogan. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. If your family is in need of a medical provider, I'm accepting new patients of all ages. Please call 729-8000 to set up an appointment. Our clinic is located at Physicians Office Building 3 on the SMDH campus. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
Taking a look at our local sports coverage, the Salem Tigers baseball game with St. James that was rained out Tuesday afternoon has been postponed today as well due to wet grounds. No makeup date has yet been scheduled. The next Salem game will be tomorrow at Kabul starting at 4:30. And the Salem Lady Softball Tigers game with Potosi Tuesday was postponed due to wet grounds. No makeup date has yet been set for that. The Lady Tigers are scheduled to play Dixon this afternoon at 4:30 down in Dixon. The Salem Lady Tigers enters the game with a 2-6 record. Dixon comes into the match with a 1-2. The Salem Tennis Tigers Salem Invitational today at the Salem City Park. That was postponed, rescheduled for Friday morning at 9 o'clock at the Salem City Park. And Wilson Contreras hit a 2-run homer for the second straight game, and Miles Michaelis went 6 innings, giving up 2 runs as St. Louis beat the San Diego Padres 5-2 last night. Brendan Donovan had 2 hits for the Cardinals as well, who will face San Diego again today at 2:15. That'll be the start of the pregame show. We'll have it for you here at 1340 and 95.7. Alec Marsh notched his first career win as a starter, pitching 7 innings of 2-hit ball as Kansas City beat Baltimore 4-1. The Royals and the Orioles will play this afternoon in Baltimore in the rubber game of the series. And the Blues will be at Nashville tomorrow night. That has been a look at our local sports coverage. Right now, check with sports from the Missouri Net.
I think every farmer faces the challenge of stress during the growing season. You stick a bunch of money in the ground and you just pray the good Lord lets it rain and lets you have a crop. So we actually participate in the NutriTrack program and the Crop Track program, where it gives us a lot of peace of mind if in the busy months of the summer when we're baling hay and we can't get out to every field every week. We know someone's out there looking after us.
Performance-driven, farmer-focused. MFA, your whole farm solution.
And we just did receive word that the Salem Lady Tigers softball game down in Dixon for this afternoon has been postponed as well. They've got a lot of wet ground down there as well. Hard to believe, isn't it? But that game has been postponed. No makeup date has yet been set for that. Right now, let's go ahead and get that check of sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. Jackson County residents voted down a 3/8 cent sales tax to fund a new Royal Stadium and Arrowhead upgrades. Chiefs President Mark Donovan.
We will do what is in the best interest of our fans and our organization.
The Royals struggled to find a place to build a stadium, and some of the plans lacked transparency. Royal CEO John Sherman.
We're deeply disappointed as we are steadfast in our belief that Jackson County
is far better off with the Chiefs and the Royals.
The Royals got a really good performance last night from Alec Marsh. He went 7 innings, allowed 1 run, and struck out 5 as the Royals beat the Orioles 4-1.
Felt like I didn't have one of my best pitches tonight, but pitching around that and using my other stuff and get outs was productive.
Royals and Orioles getting started right now in the series finale. And a nice bounce-back win for Miles Michaelis. He got the win over the Padres, going 6 innings, allowing 2 runs in a 5-2 victory.
My stuff felt pretty good. I was able to get out of a few jams. Played incredible defense out there.
Wilson Contreras hit a 2-run homer in the 6th inning to put the Cardinals on top. They wrap up their series going for the sweep over San Diego today, 3:10 first pitch. The NFL Network reporting that the Chiefs will re-sign running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire to a 1-year deal. He'll back up starter Isaiah Pacheco. And Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice now was involved in that car crash over the weekend. According to TMZ Sports, Rice was driving a Lamborghini that was involved in a crash that injured several people. Video shows the Lamborghini racing a Corvette on a busy freeway, colliding with several vehicles. A lawyer for the car rental company that owns the Lamborghini claims Rice sent a text message shortly after the wreck acknowledging he was involved and promising to pay for the car. Mizzou softball moves up to 11th in several rankings. They're hosting SEMO today at 4. Mizzou baseball beat UT Martin 13-3 yesterday. They'll play again today at 3. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
So I wanted to talk with you and your mom today, Lily, because some people at school have noticed changes going on with you, and we're concerned.
Like what? Who?
Some of your friends, teachers. It sounds like you've lost interest in a lot of things lately. You're hanging with new friends?
So?
So, individually, maybe those things are no big deal. But taken together, and then the incident the other day, you were with Derek when he was caught selling marijuana.
Yeah, he was selling it.
Honey, we know. But we care about you and want to know what's going on.
That's right. We just want to understand better and see how we might help. And if weed is a part of it, we just want to make sure you understand the negative consequences for someone your age. The physical and mental health effects, the poor decision making, and the confusing legal aspects these days. So what do you say? Can we talk?
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Brownfield farm broadcasters are on the ground at state, national, and sometimes international events throughout the year, providing timely and relevant news to its audience. They utilize several social media platforms and digital channels to engage with viewers and listeners and stay up to date with agricultural news. Brownfield, a brand farmers and ranchers know and trust. Learn more at brownfieldagnews.com.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Lots of wind in our forecast, cold temperatures, a chance of some frost tomorrow night. We'll take a look at the forecast after the top of the hour. Keep it here at KSMO.
At Country Mart in Salem, you'll find gluten-free, organic, and diabetic products. They also have fresh produce, quality meats, a bakery, and a full-service deli that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you joined the Country Mart e-Club yet? You'll receive exclusive offers, weekly specials, and special sale items through your email. It's free to join, and for more information about the e-Club, go to www.tcmarkets.com. It's just another service from Country Mart in Salem.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
You'll find knee spring deals at K&H Auto Supply. Gummit intake valve cleaner for $12.99 for the 11-ounce size. Blue Devil oil stop leak only $14.49, and Blue Devil head gasket sealer for $29.99. Come on by today at K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Say goodbye to wasting your hard-earned money and traveling long distances to get your MRI. This is Bobby Sullins, Radiology Director at Salem Memorial District Hospital. The hospital now has the newest technology in-house 5 days a week, and it's open bore, meaning you have ample room to get comfortable during your exam. If you have any questions, just give me a call at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
With news on MissouriNet, I'm Marshall Griffin. Several Missouri communities are cleaning up after severe storms swept through Monday night. A National Weather Service team has surveyed storm damage from winds in St. Louis County and determined that an EF0 tornado touched down in Chesterfield. There were no deaths or injuries from the weak tornado. Another National Weather Service team has determined that a tornado did not hit the Bonne Terre area, just high winds. It's often said when military members serve their country, so do their families. During a ceremony at the state capitol Tuesday, Missouri saluted its military kids and awarded Purple Star designations to Crocker R2, Warren County R3, Blair Oaks R2, Rockwood, and Sedalia schools for serving these students. State Education Commissioner Margie Van Dieven said we all win when military students succeed.
Yeah, I think we realize how important our military families are to us in the state of Missouri, and really wanting to recognize those school districts and school buildings who go the extra mile to make sure we're welcoming our families.
This is MissouriNet.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
Missouri farmers and ranchers work hard to provide the food we put on our tables. No matter what comes, they're in the fields every day. FCS Financial is committed to supporting those farmers and ranchers along with our rural communities today and tomorrow. At FCS Financial, we understand the cyclical nature of agriculture and the challenges that can present. We also recognize no two situations are the same, and that's why we meet and work with our member owners individually to learn about them, their operation, and their goals. We want to provide the best experience and achieve the best outcome for everyone involved, because FCS Financial is a cooperative focused on being a responsible lender for more than 27,000 Missouri farmers, ranchers, and agribusinesses who depend on us. FCS Financial, an equal housing lender and equal opportunity provider.
Playing your favorites. KSMO, Salem.
It's 45 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Doug Wisdom of Wisdom Financial Services. Doug's pleased to announce that he's joined Emeritus. Emeritus is a mutual organization that always puts their customers first, and fulfilling life is what they do every day. They've established a tradition of delivering products and services generation after generation so that all of their clients can enjoy a high quality of life. They measure their success by how many people they've